Yomi Fabiyi has set everywhere on fire. Ever since the first discovery of the CCTV and what went down, and now the first and second press conference, where the first one, Mohbad's mother and Mohbad's younger brother were in attendance, and we all saw the drama and everything that happened. Well, we are no longer where we used to be. Now we have moved further up, and it is a good place because right now the police have requested the presence of Adura, and Adura has written a statement. It is no longer going to be business as usual. No, not at all. That is why Yomi Fabiyi is ready to head boot Mohbad's father, saying, you do not have the right anymore to dictate to us because it is public fund and it is the public that made government exhume your son. You cannot come and now begin to act in a certain way. The reason why he's infuriated is because of the role of a man who is said to be Mohbad's father's brother. This guy, they say he resides in the US, and people didn't really see his financial support. But somehow it seems they want to control and command and tell the public what to do. They say, hey, he's our son. But it is not your money and it is not your voice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster because Yomi Fabiyi brought out some very deep and sensitive information. I don't know what's going to happen. If you watch the previous video before this one, you will hear what Mohbad's father said, that is willing. So people are kind of skeptical, like, wait, hold on a second. What is this man trying to do? We want you to maintain that enmity with who you need to maintain it with. And you cannot be friends with Mohbad's mother anymore. You cannot connect to her anymore. That's a sensitive thing. As long as Mohbad's mother is ready to go all the way, ready to do the right thing, ready to throw away foolishness, ready to throw away this greed. Of course, as long as she's working in the direction that we want her to work into, that direction called Justice Road, then it's okay. Not like how Karimo came in pretending as if she is for justice, whereas she just wants to create these fracas and look for supporters to bully her mother for bullying her and maltreating her, neglecting her, and all of that shenanigan happening in their family. We said, no, we are for justice. Of course, alongside justice, you can hear your own pain and opinion, but what we want is something heavy. And since you want to hide and keep certain things to yourself, watching to see what will happen, you only want to release certain things when you think your family comes after you. No, we are not playing games. We are talking about reality. We know that you guys are from a terrible family. We want to move in the direction that we are supposed to move. And she was spitted out, kicked out. As long as Mohbad's mother is not towing that path, she will be embraced by Mohbad's father. And we'll be watching because she has been a devil's advocate. So we cannot just embrace her like that. Ladies and gentlemen, still on Justice for Mohbad, I want you to pay attention because this is fire for fire.
You know what? At the beginning, you wanted to fight, but you couldn't, and you accepted your fate. But the public was not going to accept. And when you saw that the public are fighting, you are meant to kill behind the public. Look for an NGO to lead the fight. Then you now beat the administrator. If you are able to put yourself in place of the public money, that you be in charge of giving somebody power of attorney, and when you come back question, you come back sort of buying, Tani Sahu, you can ship your little blue, tell us away you're buying more of Basoro. Ever justice, everybody your colleague. There is no sacred cow. You can't be, if you know you are the father and you want to be in charge of a public fund, and you want to be the administrator, you want to on behalf of the public, they will question you, they will checkmate you. They will checkmate you. Ever call a with a tell Michelle, ever post on social media, how about your body, and will not cook a funeral home. Into to this stage you come when there is conflict of interest. Adajo Goma Berry, Tabari Padajo conflict of interest. When we realize that this Baba Ibiti a John Day, ọ̀tọ̀ níbi tẹ́ rò tẹ́lẹ̀ ibi tọ́lọ̀ dé dúró yìí you will be having conflict of interest. You need to step aside and let the public continue. Simple. Ẹ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé you are not informed. Ẹ máa tẹ bá bọ̀ mí lórúkọ jẹ́ at this stage bàbá sá fún yín. Ẹ wo iye èrò ẹ wo iye time tó gbóyin tẹ ń ṣàbòsí tẹ ń hate mi. Tí gbogbo yóò ti rí òótọ́ ń gbà yẹn. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí mo ẹ wo movement mi ẹ wo nǹkan tí mo achieve bí tí mo bá lọ. Ṣé yín sílẹ̀ àárò tó máa fọ́? Because I only ẹni tí máa make sense iwájú mi is ẹni tó máa wà honest. I want to destroy CCTV any video evidence kan tó wá kù ẹ ń rò lẹ́jọ́ ẹ ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹlẹ́dàá Mohbad dìde wọ́n ní kò síbi tẹ́ fẹ́ yé ìwọ Dàmọ́lá tó gbéra ẹ sílẹ̀ pé okay I want to take the fall ìgbà tí CP ti rí pé èmi ò mẹ́ tó jẹ́ Dàmọ́lá ẹ̀yin náà lẹ gbé wá láti Ọ̀gànbọ̀ fine ẹ lè competition ẹ lè kọ whatever normally on a good day tó bá jẹ́ pé kéèsì ni láti Ọ̀gànbọ̀ ló yẹ kó ti transfer case ẹ ti sọ fún ẹni competition against tani against Dàmọ́lá ẹni tó ti wà ẹni tẹ́tí arrest already ẹ máa wo kọ́ńbóbó yín Dàmọ́lá that is already in police custody wọ́n wá náà ṣe competition lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ CP which petition ṣé yẹ̀bí yìí tó sọ ní Ọ̀gànbọ̀ wọ́n máa kọ̀ gbé statement àti case file wá transfer ẹ̀ ni wọ́n náà ṣe competition lọ sí emilẹ̀ múlímúgù èmi ni mi ò mọ̀ pa iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ẹ ti rí àpọ̀dà bíi ti ẹni tó ti wà ní police custody okay o ti kọ̀ǹkọ́ báyìí ìwọ ló bá Yomi chat ìwọ ló ṣe báyìí o ti kọ statement ẹnìyẹn then kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n wò pé Ọ̀gànbọ̀ yóò work ìgbà tí Yomi yóò wá ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ lo ẹ tún sáré lọ ẹ lọ lo connection bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wá ní ọ̀sá iṣẹ́ ó yá ẹ̀kọ́ kí CP approve ẹ wá pè mí wá ẹ lè ti tọ́ra yín pé tí Yomi yẹn bá dé a máa ṣe báyìí a máa sọ báyìí ó rìkọ́ọ̀dù ó ṣe bákan irú ìtàrífà ń bá wọn polówó yẹn àti the other lady torí ẹ rò pé sẹ́ẹ̀tì yín sílẹ̀ ní tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lè fi tẹ́ ṣe ìkẹ́fí bá kárí ẹ̀ lẹ́lẹ́ni jẹ́ ẹ lè fi bá kárí a whole commissioner of police that has built his career on trust working assiduously sacrificing to protect people's lives ẹ wá fi kéèsì báyìí ẹ charge ẹ sí court òun ló gbéra ẹ wá pé òun lòún ṣe whether he confess by himself whether he choose to submit himself to take the fall he accepted charge him to court because the person never convinced that one is not going to accept nǹkan tó kàn ní pé cost package gbogbo kí ni ẹ kọ́ dún kòkó bọ́ mi if they threaten and shakara me and they thought it's going to work that I will budge ṣé torí bí ń pa mí ni you are saying I wanted money I have every reason to have compromised when they package your stuff but akani kí ló wà nílẹ̀ náà mo ti understand nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mi kò ní pariwo kí ló wà nílẹ̀ they will say àṣẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ní Mr. Yomi and I didn't do all that you are a sick person ìwọ olómọ tiẹ̀ nílé one person on social media only that Yomi is looking for money I have pathway to make serious dirty money with those people ṣé mi ò mọ ọkọ̀ tó ń try láti plan ṣé mo mọ ogbó signal tán fún mi ni mo ò lè ní ìwà owó orú ẹ̀yà ò jẹ́ mi dé ogbó bẹ́yẹn ó pè mí kí n máa mú gàrí all the signal wọ́n ti ráwọn èèyàn sí mi wọ́n ti pass message to me indirectly all of them have sent them to where I will send their names these are the likelihood look at what is going on and they are on the radar ẹ wá ń ṣe bálabàla ẹ rò justice is coming ẹ jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí wọ́n tó wà ní camera yẹn náà that video because you as a father should know that video tá à ń sọ yìí Dàmọ́lá kọ́ ló record ẹ̀ because it was on a phone tó wà lọ́wọ́ àdúrà kó tó di pé alleged tọrẹ òun gbé fún Dàmọ́lá so the question is if you are looking for justice for your son that video I need to even see it the law you need to play a part whether àdúrà ló send yẹ o the fact remains that àdúrà ń gọ́ ló ní video yẹn àdúrà ti máa rí video yẹn rí I want a legal way ọ̀n gbé sá fún mi wọn ìjọba mi sọ̀rọ̀ take action tó bá ti pè wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá I'm ready to even mobilize the police they should take over the àdúrà bring him to police and I will sit there then video yẹn kati ẹ wo ṣé n tó pamọ́ mi nìyẹn ẹ wá gbé gbogbo gbèsè yẹn and they are castigating me ìyàwó yín ó lé mi lèmi fẹ́ bá yá àdúrà jẹ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò ìyàwó ọ̀n àtàkì mi mo ṣe ń lọ sí command ni mo ṣe press conference ni mo tún dé zone 2 and I'm èmi ò dẹ̀ ní public support as support for my NGO. What are we talking about? Share let your corny share correct because it's social media you can just be saying gibberish, making it look like sentiment ti pa yín kú. And you are fighting for justice, you are putting sentiment. Kilo kọ́ pẹ̀lú gbogbo ní àfin pátápátá. Ṣàpátá rà báyìí là sítọ̀. We cannot get justice if we are not ready to pierce through these 4 people. And now if the leader and to lead the ogun tí ó fẹ́ keep public reach justice, including Baba Mohbad, is the wife, what are you going to talk? How will he now? The only way he can do it to start serious. What I am doing, by now, we're supposed to be together. Ariwo tí ìyá Mohbad bá fẹ́ pa kó jọ máa pa sí wa. Any attack kó jọ máa attack wa. Any demo tí àdúrà bá fẹ́ ṣe kó jọ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wá justice ni. Ṣe bí public fund wà lọ́wọ́ yín. Ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní lawyer, any senior advocate. Èmi nìkan ni wọ́n á ní kí n máa fèsì ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin wá ń lọ radio station. Fún kí ni? Radio station ẹni petition. Òun ni àjìbá àwọn àjòkó àwọn play ẹbí oyè case tó ń ṣe lójúmọ́. Tí yóò bá ma minute sí nǹkankan commissioner o AIG o wọ́n ma minute sí nǹkan tí bá kọ wá ni kò ń ṣe ṣọ́mà lọ bọ́ọ̀lù fídíò kí ni wá fún ni. Tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ gbégbèsè yẹn táwa fi radio station kún táwa fi TV interview kún ó máa work. Gbé gbogbo gbèsè yẹn lè máa it's not making sense. I'm not going to be deceiving you. Àwọn tẹ́ wọ́n máa tẹ̀lé yín kọ́ máa ṣe ẹgbọ́n àwọn tẹ́ máa tẹ̀lé. Nothing is stopping us because get it red sweet. These are the people I am going to be facing. Àwọn tá máa facing sí tá à ń facing nìyẹn. Gbogbo àwọn Dàmọ́lá yẹn extra ni. Gbogbo àwọn spending kìíní kan extra làwọn yẹn. At anybody tó bá ń dárúkọ pé wà involve extra, but the key people the key syndicate tí wọ́n ní access sí owó which is owó the same promise aloba. Gbogbo wọn kò sí owó lọ́wọ́ kankan wọn. Akọ ìṣẹ́ ni tí ó bá sí owó Mohbad wọn ò lè face ni kọ́ba dé stage. And even if Mr. Fabiyi kò sí. Ẹ wo bí mo ṣe dárúkọ róòlù tí Mr. Fabiyi yẹn play tó ṣe rí kí bàbá Mohbad yẹn bọ́ta condemn ẹ̀ ṣọ́dẹ̀ lẹ pè mí ni. Somebody that went after my life that condemned my reputation. Gbogbo èyí tẹ wá wà lórí TikTok ẹlẹ́wà justice mo ní your commit serious crime ẹlẹ́wà báwo ni sọ̀rọ̀ pa the same father refused to talk about it ẹ̀mí ṣé wọ́n jẹ́rú yín ni ṣé lọ́bọ̀ rọrùn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni. If you kept somebody as a power of attorney imagine kò jẹ́ pé somebody in my foundation ló ń block gbogbo bí tabati rí video evidence kí lè máa ṣe fọ́nítàn. And this Baba Mohbad claims he is the one fighting for justice. Public gave him money. Your power of attorney. Oh, one block you go CCTV pẹ̀lú Bukky Jesse. No condemnation. And you're telling me I should remove him and not talk. Telling me I should remove him and not talk. Sentiment. That is because that is how shallow you are. If it's level money. In this case, the constitution is not looking for talobo eku tó bá jẹ́ ni tó bí wọn gan ló pa òfin máa rán onítọ̀ lọ sẹ́wọ̀n. That is the beauty about investigation. It will go around and look for ibi pa ló já sí. They're not coming to tell me one sentiment. Ẹ máa fún àwọn yẹn láyè láti máa sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n á kọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wọ́n á hun ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jọ because they know there are anáwọn díẹ̀ ta lè wọnú brain wọn. What kind of ẹ̀kọ́ máa pọ́n jẹ̀bẹ̀ lákìsà you will not be able to kí lè lọ́bọ̀ fàtúrò àwọn Oríyọmí gbogbo ẹ̀ sánú kéèsì yẹn because they are going to be looking at Ayomi Lafẹ́ àwọn tó pa gbọ̀ngàn náà máa fèsì. The man said it. The prime suspect is the one that ran to somewhere. Àwọn tọ́jọ́ wà papọ̀ ṣé ẹ̀rọ bí yàrá ọmọdé sì tó fi tẹ̀lé gẹ̀ ẹ́ ni. If I am telling you on my honor mo ṣe ń wò if the girl acted alone the woman won't give her support kò sí owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ because tó bá ti jẹ́ pé òun ni ó bọ̀ pé with the right judgment they will take everything àgbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Adẹ̀ ń gbọ́ allegedly pé ohun tó fa tí wọ́n fi ń jà tí Darosha dá sí òun ni pé wọ́n ní Canadian visa is involved and it comes that Canadian visa is coming with DNA test. Mohbad was issued allegedly I don't know ó náà gbèsè gan tá máa fi gbé tá máa fi mú evidence jáde láìpẹ́ because it must go along with the investigation and we will finance it. The NGO will finance it because it is homicide case. Àfi tó bá yẹ kó ọlọ́pàá gbẹ́bọ̀dì because now they will be making move to ensure pé wọ́n tún infiltrate ibẹ̀ yẹn. Èmi nìkan lẹ́rẹ̀ fẹ́ kí fèsì wọn. If this Baba is with us fighting for justice, so good. But if he's not doing the right or trying to face it head on, it's going to be understandable. But Kama saw yẹn running because if we notice that adájọ́ tó fẹ́ ṣe case mi, ó likely kó má fẹ́ ṣe tààràtà because of social interest, not because the judge is not a good judge, but because tó bá dé stage kan she is human or is human. You have right to write and say, I don't want this judge to attend to the case. It doesn't mean that you say the judge is alabosi or is a criminal or is already aiding and abetting, but because you know what is that. Any simple thing, you should be criticizing you. There is no way Baba Mohbad will want to pursue this case in today. That he might want to pursue it logically. He wants justice for his son. But at this stage, he might be looking at it, I am going to be fighting against my own blood. I'm likely to be fighting to be sending my own son to life imprisonment or my wife to life imprisonment or ex-wife. This is a likelihood now. He might say, I don't want to pursue it to that level. No, I don't want to. But it is too late to now say this is Mohbad's decision. He doesn't want to fight on. I don't want you to fight for justice for me. Because for justice, get justice for me. So nobody within the family can now decide for him because the moment you don't want him to get justice, you cease to be his family. I want justice. And he knew who took his life. And he's fighting, he wants justice. You are there now deciding for him as if he is a peaceful person, he wants to forgive, he wants family unity with who that fight him. If you want, anybody can unite. United, come on. Emma Fioruko boy see. Oh my, ibi tí kéèsì dẹ̀ lọ yìí àwọn tó pa ló ti ń fèsì kò wá ní sọ pé nǹkan òun ṣì máa ó lè ti sọ́ngbà ìgbà tí wọ́n ti pa nígbà tó ti wá pa tó ti mọ̀ tán kò lè má maintain ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti sọ léṣì mọ́. She didn't send a message. She came on video. When they began to threaten her life, I took police to her house in that same estate. She wrote the petition statement in her own handwriting and she signed. Police investigated. Suddenly, the same set of people, and then the girl started, change your way. And this is the same book he just said. He didn't follow up with that right. Go to our page. I'm here to debunk it. I know what you are doing, Yomi Fabiyi. You asked DJ Bami to go and then she fooled all of you and you still following that set of people. You think this is dragging? You think this is dragging, Abi? You don't really know what you're doing. You're only making a mess of the future of yourself and your children. Because this is not dragging, this is reality. This is a criminal attempt to block justice for an innocent boy. She's working for them. She is working for them and she'll pay for her crime. Now, somebody is facing 5 count charges. And I'm not backing down. You all make an attempt to say I should stop mentioning Andrea. I'm still mentioning it, and then he's going to face it because he's going to get, it's either he speak the truth. He will be coming back very shortly. Mark my word. That thing you wanted to debunk will get us justice from Mohbad. That thing you want to debunk will come back as a curse on you. Because lẹ́yìn tá bá tún fi respite, ẹ ṣì máa ṣí àbàṣà. That same video, we need to see it. Old video, new video, it will help the investigation we want to see. And then whoever wrote that thing, I know this pipe, what pipe Mohbad, this is how he pied. somebody will for any of them, either Adura or Didamola. One of them will have to is escape. Imagine somebody because me láti gbé yín wọ inú ẹ̀ fully. Ọlọ́pàá bá ṣẹ́ wọn. Ẹ rí pé kò sí justice yẹn ìrọ̀rùn ló máa múlẹ̀. Inú tó wà lẹ́ láàrin àwọn méjì yẹn, inú tó wà lẹ́ ẹ má lọ fàáfàá. Ẹ rí pé eventually secondary làwọn fi CCTV ṣe. Secondary ni that's about to para corona inquest. The moment we see somebody to tell us how Mohbad died, the moment we see how Mohbad died, you will now ask me whether Lagos State government will say, we don't know what by Mohbad yet. We are waiting for us. So the public, if you are fighting for, I'm not talking about those that are using, the anonymity of social media to say nonsense. The truth is it. Oh, no clear. I don't just talk. I don't talk. I go for the truth. I am a justice fighter. I'm a truth seeker. And it is already ordained. Mohbad will get justice. And he will get it the right way.
As you can see, Yomi is in a combative mode right now. He's not backing down. He's in a combat mode. He's ready to go against Mohbad's father, go against anyone. As long as they do not align, he's ready to go against them. He's so furious. He's so angry. He said, imagine the public has donated to these people and they are not doing nothing. Me, that I've done a lot. Look at the trials and tribulation that I have to go through. All because I am seeking for justice for Mohbad. Ileroluwa promise Aloba. Look at all. I am struggling to have funds to fulfill. But those that are playing family game, look at them. They are the ones that are getting. And aren't you guys seeing these things? Can't you just see that these guys are playing games, that they are not really like 100% as expected? Can't you see? Can't you see? This is what he's saying. Yomi Fabiyi brought light. Let us be sincere. He brought light into this justice for Mohbad. He brought light into it. Justice for Mohbad had already gone underground. It became fracas. He brought sanity to it. He brought structure to it. He gave an opening to it. It already became fracas. And Yomi Fabiyi is a thief. He's just trying to defraud the public. He's not seeking for justice. He's not doing that. We know what we are doing. And it now seems as if the private investigation that certain people embarked upon was to unravel, unveil, and expose people that they claim are not for justice for Mohbad, but trying to defraud the public, which is not a bad thing anyway. Now, we're not seeing any progress on the justice itself for the Mohbad. Rather, we're seeing progress and confusion around people that are around justice for Mohbad, if you get what I mean. We're not seeing progress, direct progress. We're not seeing nothing. Nothing was forthcoming. Everything became empty, but with so much noise, no substance. Not until Yomi Fabiyi again. The thing was like a test. Oh, he said he was going to bring camera. Where is the camera? Where is the camera? But the man behind the scene kept on pressing and pushing towards the direction that this justice for Mohbad was supposed to be in. We're supposed to talk about private investigator. Since we have observed that the police were not willing to do the needful, Mohbad's father and his lawyer should have had gotten the service of a private investigator that will go and do the needful. A certified, qualified, licensed investigator that would have gotten access to CCTV here and there. But in Nigeria, if you don't have the police, there are certain things that you might not be able to get. So it became a confused, like a disorganized setup. So when Yomi Fabiyi came with this idea, let us work in this direction. Let us move in this direction. It became a tug of war. So that part of it didn't work. according to Yomi Fabiyi, Mohbad's father's younger brother, the one in the US, he said that he was counterproductive. He was working against getting that CCTV. Why? I don't know. Was he thinking that that CCTV will be hijacked by Yomi Fabi and then they will cover it up and the family will not be able to get closure or get justice? Or was he working to shut that CCTV down so that access will not be gotten? So certain things that are in that CCTV will not be shown? Is it that certain people were going to be visible in that CCTV and they don't want it out in the public? What exactly? We became confused about it. So the CCTV part became like a no-go area. He pressed, he pushed, he did all that he could do. Well, uh, the conversation that now came to him from the Adura's social media handle became another opening for him, which he pressed and he pushed, and he pressed it to a point where the police had no option than to revisit the case. Brought Adura back some couple of days ago. He wrote his statement down. They asked him to leave to review what he has written and how to go further on it. This is how it is supposed to be. It is important that these things happen. It is important that it happens this way. You know, human beings can be very crafty. Human beings can be dangerous. Particularly when it comes to cases like this. You know, human beings are terrible. That's just the point. There is no limit to what human beings can do, in as much as it helps them to hide and cover up and all of those shenanigans. There is nothing they cannot do. They will continue. They will continue to press and push and do all manner of craftiness and foolishness and stupidity and what have you. It is what it is anyway. We'll remain resolute, we'll remain strong and focused until we arrive and get to where we want to get to on this journey of justice. We will not relent, we will not close our eyes and pretend like we cannot see. We can see, and that is why we want to continue to make sure that this justice is gotten and nobody will be treated like a sacred cow. He's furious. If Mohbad's father wants to pursue justice, pursue it. Working with people that will have no empathy or show any sign of sentiment. We don't want this family thing because Mohbad's father is now, like I said at the beginning, and they said there is a door for Mohbad's mother to come in now. The door is open if you want to be a wife, if you want to just come, but I will not be the one to come for you. You have to come. Mohbad's mother has gotten that update, and he did not do it in a private place. Mohbad's father did it on a radio program. And not so long ago, Mohbad's mother also said if Mohbad's father wants to have access to Adura, he needs to come through her. People are tired. They are like, no. We are not doing marriage reconciliation here. We want justice. So therefore, this has to be done, pursued in a neutral way, not through family anymore. Even though you are the one that your son passed away, we want you to be an onlooker. You cannot be a full participant anymore. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards this. Drop your comments. What do you think? Drop your comments. It is what it is. It's a serious issue. Drop your comments. See you in the next update.